So this is Horseshoe Canyon. We'll get a closer look in a minute. We'll go to the viewing platforms. So they say that it's a snapshot of the geological time scale that has been preserved for millions of years in Alberta. The layers we'll see in the stone represent passages of time, some which have left behind fossil-rich beds of ancient dinosaur bones. And we will be going to the Royal Tyrrell Museum. Alberta is known as the dinosaur capital of the world. The formations basically are mudstone with a large component of volcanic ash, altered to a bentonite clay. There's also small amounts of sandstone. The white near the top of the canyon, they say, is a source of high quality refractory clay. There is also a dark bed of Thompson coal. So we'll just walk over here and you can get a really good look. It's incredible. Very easy to access. Right off Highway 9. Amazing. There are a few trails that take you to other lookout points. We've just come to this one. Drones are not available on this site. So please do not bring your drone with you if you choose to come to visit. It is free. There are washrooms and a picnic area too. So this is another view of the canyon, and we came across some more information to share. The rocks here are 1 to 2 million years younger than the rocks we'll see in the Drumheller Valley. The rocks exposed in the canyon record a time when major environmental and climatic changes that occurred 70 million years ago. It says that the tan color is a mudstone that is exposed at the base. It represents the dry floodplains in a cool climate that supported a lower diversity of animals than the wetlands did in the Drumheller Valley. So, for example, remains of horned dinosaurs would not be found here. Fossils of turtles and crocodilians are rarely found. But different species of duck-billed hadrosaurs lived here, possibly due to the cooler climate. The gray-green mudstone and the dark-colored coal beds that are exposed in the upper half of the canyon represent a return to the warm wetlands that supported things like crocodiles and large turtles. These rocks demonstrate that animals and plants are affected greatly by dramatic environmental changes. So now we'll just go and have another look at the canyon. from driving in the Rockies to driving in the Badlands. And seeing the dinosaur means welcome to Drumheller. We're still in the Badlands. These were formed when plant remains decompose in a swampy environment, and over the course of millions of years, the plants remain buried and they're subjected to intense pressure and temperature that eventually turns them into rock. So during the late Cretaceous, which is 70 to 72 million years ago today, the climate in Alberta was very different than it is today. An inland sea stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic Ocean. And this area around Drumheller was actually located near the coastline instead of being landlocked. And today, the fossilized remains of dinosaurs, reptiles, mammals, and fish are found all throughout this area. And these are the world famous hoodoos in Alberta. So the hoodoos are eroded pillars of soft sandstone rock, and then they are topped with a resilient cap that protects them. The cap is protecting the softer rock that is underneath from eroding as quickly as the surrounding rock. Once it deteriorates, though, and the base is more vulnerable to the elements, there will be rapid deterioration. The word hoodoo originates from the Hausa language of West Africa, which means arouse resentment, produce retribution. Hoodoo was a distinct magic practice introduced to North America in the 18th century, although is different in nature than the most familiar voodoo. Aboriginal people use hoodoo to refer to evil and supernatural forces. Some believe that the hoodoos were giants turned to stone by the Great Spirit due to their evil deeds.